Welcome to Code Tech Central Learn C++ ASAP tutorial. My name is Henry and we're going to be learning some C++. These tutorial lessons will be very short. They will be concise. I will be going over everything that you will need to begin coding in C++ ASAP. Each lesson will only be around 5 to 10 minutes long, so hopefully no one will get bored and fall asleep. This tutorial is basically for the beginner who wants to start coding in C++ right away without wasting any time whatsoever. There are plenty of resources online, such as cplus.com, and books such as C++ Primer by Stanley B. Lipman that you can use to get more in-depth information about some of the topics that we will be covering. Now, with that being said, let's dive right into it. I want to introduce to you Bjorn Stroustrup. He created the C++ programming language back in the 70s while at Bell Labs. You could find out more information about him. He has a website, stroustrup.com. You can check that out. Okay, the next step in the process is to get an IDE on our machines. IDE is an integrated development environment, and it's basically a tool that makes it really convenient to compile and run C++ code on our machines. For this tutorial, I will be using an IDE called CodeBlocks. It's free. Some IDEs cost money. This one is free, so you can go to codeblocks.org/download to download the IDE. Once you get to the page, download the binary release. If you're on a Windows like I am, just scroll down to the middle of the page and download the MingW version. So I will click on sourceforge.net over here and wait for the pop-up. Um, once that window pops up, you just click Save File and give it time to download to your machine. And then once it downloads, we will install it. And then we'll move on to the next step. Once you have the file downloaded, double-click the exe file so you can begin the installation. You may need to click Next a few times to get it installed, and then once you have it installed, then we're ready to move on to the next step. Okay, once you have the CodeBlocks application started, you want to create a new project, select Files, select C, C++ Source, click Go, hit Next, make sure you have C, C++ selected, and hit Next. Then you might want to navigate, let's say, to your desktop, and you can create a folder. Create a folder, name it C++ files, and for file name, we're going to use Hello World. Hit save, finish. Okay, now we are ready to start entering our code, which we're going to use to test to make sure that everything is installed properly and working. So just type in exactly what I type. Make sure all the semicolons and the spaces are correct. That way you won't get any errors. You can download the file from the link provided and paste it into the program to safeguard against errors. But I'd probably prefer if you type it up so you get a hang of it. Don't worry about what it all means right now. We're just testing to make sure that everything works. We're gonna go more in depth in all of it a little later on. So once you have it in there, just click on build and run, and we're gonna do that to see what the output looks like. There you go, hello world. Once you have that going, then everything works properly and we're ready to move on to bigger and better things. See you in the next lesson.